What is your state of mind today? Are you feeling positive or you feeling some negative energies around you? Challenges today are inevitable, but how we respond to them makes all the difference. We are working in a very high pressure work environment. Maintaining a positive mindset is more than just a personal choice, it's a professional necessity. The way you think, respond, and handle challenges affect not only your career growth but also your personal relationships, also overall well being. Whether you're navigating through the workplace stress, handling some setbacks that you faced, or building some meaningful connections, staying positive helps you thrive in whatever work environment or your personal environment that you're living in. Today, in my episode, I'm going to be talking about why positivity or being positive is a game changer and how you can cultivate this habit in both your professional and your personal lives. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my channel, You with Sonia on Thinking Thursdays. So grab your cups of coffee as we're going to be talking a lot about staying positive. But before we start, if you've still not subscribed to my channel, then please hit the subscribe button, as every Thursday I bring meaningful episodes that help you in your career, in your personal life. So let's get started. Now, as I mentioned, that positivity is a game changer in your career and your personal life. Now, why do I say that? Because positive attitude at work isn't about ignoring the challenges that are there in front of you. It's all about tackling them with confidence and with growth mindset. Consider two sales executives who face rejection from maybe a potential client. They were expecting a closure to happen, but they didn't close, right? So there is an executive A and there's an executive B. Now, executive A takes it very personally, gets very demotivated, hesitates to make the next call to another customer. Whereas, on the other hand, executive B sees it as part of the sales process, learns from the feedback, and starts refining the sales pitch according to what was the feedback, and prepares for the next opportunity or for the next call. Now, there's a whole lot of difference. Either you can sulk or you can take the learnings and move forward. Now, in this scenario, who do you think will succeed in the long run? The ability to reframe your setbacks as learning experiences is what separates high performers from the rest of the crowd. Now, research from Harvard Business Review shows that employees with positive attitude are 40% more likely to receive a promotion and 31% are more productive than those who focus on negativity. So here is your rule number one. Reframe your setbacks as learning opportunities. So instead of asking, why did this happen to me? Shift your mindset to, what can I learn from this? Your state of mind directly impacts your interactions with your colleagues, with your friends, clients, loved ones. So when you approach situations with positivity, you are building trust, you are motivating yourself, and you are in a way, you are ready for collaborating with other people. You're opening yourself to newer opportunities and making yourself a better person than what you were yesterday or a week before or a month before, right? Let me share with you some very common scenarios that we all face. Now, at our workplace, we've often seen that we have conflicts with our colleagues, with our managers, with our leaders. So instead of blaming that colleague or your manager or your leader, focus on finding some common ground. Ask yourself, how can we resolve this together? Because now, if it's a conflict between two people, both have to come together to resolve that conflict. Not one person can alone make that conflict go away, right? So how can we resolve this together? Confidence and enthusiasm, they attract opportunities. If you approach conversations with energy and optimism, you're more likely to leave a lasting impression no matter whom you're meeting. So if you're at a networking event or you're seeking for some growth opportunities in your career, so here I think if you stay positive, you keep your energy levels very high, you're very optimistic that good things are going to happen, so that will make you a good networker, that will actually make a good impression on the other people. Take the case even in your personal relationships. If your default response is complaining about your day over and over and over again, it affects those people who are around you as well. If you come back home and you keep saying to your parents or you to your spouse or to your children that I had a bad day, my boss did this to me, I had that issue, I don't know why it's happening with me. So if you go on into that complaining mode, it starts affecting the people also around you. Try sharing a very positive takeaway instead. It shifts the entire conversation that, okay, I had a bad day, but that one incident was really good. So I'm going to focus on that. So don't always look at the bad side. Try to find some positive side as well. So here's my rule number 2 for you. Be mindful of your energy. It is contagious. So if you're going to be very optimistic, people around you will be optimistic. If you're going to be in a very sulking mood all the time, cribbing, crying, and all of that, people around you will never be happy. This energy that you actually, build on to yourself, or you wear that energy, it is contagious. It's going to affect the people around you, the environment around you. The way you speak and act influences the mood of your team, your family, and your friends. Always remember that. Now that I've shared with you some practical scenarios or some scenarios that we often face in our life, let's look at how do we stay positive. It's easy to say that, be positive, stay positive, look at the good side, but it's not that easy. It's good to say, it's easy to say, but it's not that easy when you're going through a bad time or a rough patch, right? So I'm going to share with you some of the things that I do in my life, and it's really helped me a lot. So let's see if these same things that I'm going to be sharing with you help you out as well. If you're going through some bad time, if you're feeling a lot of negativity around you, if you're feeling very low, maybe your motivation level is low or your energy levels are very low. So let's see how I can turn that around for you. Now, when any bad thing happens, always look at whether you can control what is happening or you can't control. So if you can control, that's good, then which means it's not a big problem. But if you can't control, then no matter what you feel or what you experience or what you're going through, it's not going to make it go away. So control what you can, let go what you can't. That's your first thing that you need to do. Because whenever I'm faced with a very tough time or something's happened or, I'm not very happy in my job or my boss is giving me a tough time, I always look at, whatever is happening, can I control it? With whatever steps that I can take, or can I make some effort? And in spite of all my effort, if the situation remains the same, then I know, it's not in my control. So what I do is I just let it go. I don't hold on to it, I don't hold on to it. So always control what you can. And if you can't control your situation or what's happening, then please let go of that, let go of that feeling, let go of those thoughts, because not everything is always going to be in your control, but how you respond to it is in your control. So say, for example, if a project gets delayed due to some external reasons, focus on what can be improved moving forward, rather than dwelling on the frustration. We've put in so much of an effort. Now, what do we do about it? So if things are not in your control, you can't do anything much about it, right? So look at, okay, fine. If this thing can't be done, what can I do more to improve this entire situation? And look at, now I have to move forward. So what can be done? That approach and that mindset will suddenly, turn your energies into like really, really positive. And one mantra that I always follow, that if I'm feeling very frustrated or disappointed, or I'm feeling that, that negative energies around me, or I'm feeling very low, I always try to give myself some time that I want to sulk. So if somebody is crying, don't say, don't cry, don't cry. That person will start crying even more louder, right? So if somebody is crying or somebody is sulking or somebody is feeling bad about it, just tell them, you want to feel bad about it? It's okay. Take 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes. Take 15 minutes. Curse yourself, curse the manager, curse the leader, curse the world, that nobody is good to me, nobody is doing well with me. So, just take that 5, 10, 15 minutes, maximum 15 minutes. I started with 20 minutes, then I came down to 15, then 10. And now if I'm in a bad mood, I give myself 5 minutes. and I'm out of it. So give yourself 5 minutes to feel that moment, what you're feeling, to whatever, be it frustration about some setback that you've had, or you lost a project, or you lost a sale, or you lost your job, and then shift your focus to finding solutions, because that's the only thing that will change things around, right? This simple technique prevents negativity from controlling your entire day and wasting it. Here I'd like to say that when you surround yourself with people who are positive, who encourage you all the time, or always happy go lucky people, there are some people in your life around you. Look at them. When you look at them, does it bring a smile on your face? Does their energy translate into good energy into you? Or when you look at somebody, you get stressed, you get, they give you a lot of stress. So surround yourself always with people who give you positive vibes, who encourage you, who always motivate you to look at the good side of every situation, right? So I call them as positive influences in my life. Find those positive influences in your life as well. They can be your colleagues, they can be your friends, they can be any one of your family members or relatives, cousins, whosoever. Please find those colleagues or friends who are lifting you up and not pulling you down, because your mindset is shaped by the people you are surrounded with also. So choose your circle very, very wisely. Here, I'm going to share with you my rule number 3. Your inner dialogue matters. So speak to yourself the way you'd encourage your friend. Start encouraging yourself also. How you start your day and end your day also makes a lot of difference. If you start and end your day with gratitude, that I'm thankful that have a job, I have a house, I have lovely people around me, each morning, you will feel much better. So when you start your and end your day with gratitude of thanking whatever is around you, you have wonderful people around you, you have a nice job, you're able to support yourself, or whatever could be the reason, show gratitude. Each morning, write down 3 things that you're grateful for. This will rewire your brain to focus on just the positives and not the negatives. And when you're going off to sleep at night, reflect on one win that you had today, no matter how small. Even if it was like, you helped somebody and that person thanked you. That, thank you, yeah, I was not able to finish this presentation. I'm so happy that you helped me out. So even if it's a small win, write it down, that this was one small win that I had today, and 3 things that you're grateful for every morning. Because when you start writing these things down, you feel that positive energy when you're starting your day, and when you're going off to sleep, that's the last small win that you're remembering, right? Instead of those negative thoughts, you're concentrating on the positives. Don't forget to do some positive self talk to yourself also. See, often we criticize ourselves, but when somebody else is going through a bad patch or going through some, setback in their life, what do? You go ahead and encourage them, right? You say, it's okay, yaar, look at the positive side. I'm sure tomorrow will be a better day. Now, when you are going through a setback, do you do the same thing to yourself? No. Most often we start criticizing ourselves, we start doubting our own abilities, our capabilities, right? Because we suddenly have like very low self confidence. So what you're doing to other people when they are in that very, very low moment, do that to yourself also. So instead of saying I'm very terrible at presentation, say that I'm improving my presentation skills. So it's okay to make some mistakes. The words you tell yourself will shape your confidence and your mindset. Always remember that. To develop a very positive mindset, self awareness is the key. So I'm going to share with you some of the questions that you can start asking on a regular basis, on a day-to-day basis, which will help you keep yourself aligned, which will help you keep your focus in the right direction, and will help you in your day-to-day struggles as well, right? So first thing, you should ask yourself, what are the 3 things I'm grateful for today, right? Which I just mentioned. So ask yourself daily, right? What am I grateful for today? Like, I'm grateful that it's a wonderful morning. I'm feeling charged up. I went for my walk. I'm gonna have a healthy breakfast. So I'm grateful for that healthy breakfast. So whatever that, I'm my parents are around me. My siblings are around me. My kids are, they woke me up with a smile. So I'm grateful for that. So what are the three things that you are grateful for today? Ask yourself on a daily basis, and it'll become a habit very soon. And then you're starting your day on a good note. The next question: whenever you are encountered by any negative thought coming in, so if your boss has given you a task, a project, or a presentation to make, and you have these negative thoughts that, I don't think I can do it, I don't have the resources, I don't have the skills to do this. So whenever you are surrounded by negative thoughts, ask yourself, how can I reframe this negative thought into a positive one? Or how can I convert this setback into a growth opportunity for myself? And you will then start focusing not on the problem, but you'll start focusing on the solution for that problem. The next question for you: what self care practices can I prioritize today? We don't want to indulge in self care, but we care for other people. इट्स ऑल राइट, ठीक है, आप दूसरों की केयर करो, बट अपनी भी तो केयर करो. सो लुक एट, व्हाट डू यू डू to pamper yourself, what do you do to care for yourself, and every day look at one thing that you will do to take care of yourself. Even if it means I'll go for walking, I'll do meditation, I'll do healthy eating, so whatever, I'll maybe go for a spa. So what is your self-care practices that you will prioritize today for yourself? And with this, who can I connect with today to build stronger relationships on your week to week basis, on day to day basis? That who are the people that you would like to connect? Always, increase the circle of your, people that people you get introduced to. So include a lot of people, because over a period of time, all the negative people will go away, and then you will have a smaller circle of only positive people around you. So always look at that, who can I connect with today to build very strong relationships. Here I'd also like to say that, not all challenges, not all setbacks that we face, we'll be able to overcome them, or we'll be able to find solutions right away. Not all problems or all setbacks we'll always have solution for it, right? So like in the beginning, like I said, what you can control, hold on, find solutions to move on. And if you can't control something, then you can need to let go. But here I'd also like to say, what is that one challenge that you have overcome today, or this week, or this month? Because every day in our personal and professional life, we have so many diverse kind of problems, we have so many different variety of problems that we face, or setbacks that we face, that it's very important to acknowledge that I overcame also few of them, or I was able to win over few. I was able to, cross the hurdles. There were few hurdles that I could cross. So always ask yourself, maybe at the end of the week or everyday basis, if you have problems coming every day, then you can ask this every day to yourself. What is that one challenge that I overcame today, this week, or this month, or this year, whatever review that you're doing of yourself, right? And did you focus on solutions, or you kept focusing on just the problems? And lastly, who inspired me today? And how can I inspire somebody? When somebody starts inspiring us, we feel very positive. We feel a lot of positive energy around us. So look at that, who was my inspiration today. It may not be every day that you get inspired by somebody, so that is okay, that's completely all right. So maybe you can ask these questions every month, that this month, who was the person who inspired me the most, and how can I inspire people? What I need to do to, people can look up to me in a very positive way. They can reach out to me to figure out solutions if they are in problems. Here I'm going to give you rule number 4. Self-reflection fuels growth. So check in with yourself on a regular basis. Positivity isn't about ignoring the reality, but it's all about choosing your mindset that empowers you. A strong and optimistic outlook always helps you handle your workplace challenges with confidence. It helps you build stronger relationships and helps you continuously grow in your professional and your personal life. The key is consistency. You have to keep making that effort day in, day out, every day, every month, every year. You have to be consistent to it because you need to practice positivity, not just, when things are going wrong, but you need to practice positivity on day to day basis. Remember to practice gratitude. Reframe your negative thoughts, take care of your physical health, connect with others, and practice mindfulness. By asking these questions, which I've outlined above, you can begin to shift your mindset and unlock the power of positivity in your lives. Finally, remember the way you think will shape the way you act, and the way you act will shape your success. How do you maintain a positive mindset in your daily life? Do share with me. If you're facing a lot of chaos in your life, at your career, and even in your personal life, then I'm going to recommend my book, Career Chaos and Coffee Stains. It's available on Amazon. So grab your copy. I've even shared the link of this book in the description below. Grab your copies and let me know how you found this book. With that, we come to the end of our episode. I really hope that you liked the content. And if you did, you know what to do. Like, comment, and share this video with all your friends and colleagues, as even they might also find this video very useful. And in the end, do hit the subscribe button, as this is a big motivator for me. I'm going to see you in my next video. Have a great day, everyone. Bye-bye.